Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the House of Representatives. This is your state representative, Condotta, with our weekly update. Well, let me explain to you what's happening in this section of our job, this timing. We're getting to cutoff. That means the first round of bills now coming up through committees, being heard in committees, have to be execed out in the next week or so. And this is where things get a little dicey because certain bills will not make it out of committee and therefore are done, at least for this session. Now, if that bill incorporates some sort of monetary issue or has to do with the budget, there's a possibility it could be carried on until later. But the first cutoff for policy bills is coming quite quickly. Well, what are we working on? Well, we found that a lot of the issues around the new marijuana law are not as functional, perhaps, as the people that wrote the initiative thought, so there may have to be some updates to make the whole system work. The problem with that is in an initiative situation, it takes a 2/3 vote of the entire legislature to modify an initiative. And we're always hesitant to modify initiatives. But there are some serious issues in the structure of this program, and I'm hoping that we can resolve those and perhaps get that 2/3 vote to make sure this program works as well and is enforced as tightly as it should be. Same situation on liquor, to modify anything in the 1183 bill, which allowed liquor outside of liquor stores, put it into private hands. There is some issues with that bill, requires a 2/3 vote, makes it more difficult. So we're working on a few of those issues. Now, one of the most controversial bills of the year will come up shortly. This is a bill which has been called a parity bill. It's not really, it's a mandate bill for health care. It says that health care policies will have to basically fund abortions. Of course, that's extremely controversial, one of the most controversial bills we'll hear this year. But from a technical standpoint, it goes beyond that. It flies in the face of the new Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, as most of you know it, which says the opposite. It says that there must be at least one product out there that does not have that function in it, because there are folks that certainly would not appreciate that or would not approve of it and do not want to be involved in that type of program. So this will be the great debate. It is coming from the House side. It'll be heard on the House floor very shortly in the next few days. And then we'll see what happens when it gets to the Senate. There seems to be some confusion on the Senate side as to where that bill will go. I hope it will stop. Personally, I don't know why it's necessary, because most insurance companies, unfortunately, do offer that already in the package. All but about 2 or 3 of the current programs already have that. But of course, when it comes to abortion, it'll always be a tremendously complex and complicated political issue. So we will see how that goes. I'm sure it'll be an interesting debate. There are many, many more bills starting to move to the floor now. As we said, cutoff's coming. That means all the bills move up to the floor. We start to vote. Those bills get passed over to the Senate. The Senate is doing the same. As a matter of fact, the Senate is quite a ways ahead of us on getting bills out and over to our floor. So the reverse situation is going to happen very soon, and we'll keep you posted on that. That's right. Pretty soon we'll be hearing Senate bills in the House committees. So we are about a third of the way through the session at this point, and we're starting to make the turn, and the budget is still a big, big question. We'll keep you posted on that going forward. Thanks very much. We'll see you next week.